Welcome to Odessa, Texas, and the Falcon Dome, where we have another doubleheader being ready to tip off with the Falcons taking on the Greyhounds of Eastern New Mexico University. They're coming down today. Interesting doubleheader. The Eastern New Mexico women are quite strong. They come in at 10-3, 4-3 in conference, and they're going to be a challenge for the Falcons, who are just incredibly banged up. UTPB is dressing 8. Of those 8, 1 is injured, so we're really going to be struggling. And we're going to have the national anthem, and then we will have starting lineups, and we will tip off this important Lone Star Conference clash between the Greyhounds and the Falcons. That was the Falcon flock playing the national anthem. They won't do it before the men's game, just the women. As I was saying, the Falcons are only dressing 8 today, and one of those is actually also dealing with a sore ankle. So it's going to be a bit of a struggle for the Falcons once again. But they showed the other day that at least the 8 who are there can all play and can all contribute. So hopefully they can continue that. Now for the starting lineups for Eastern New Mexico's Greyhounds, wearing number 2, 6-foot senior power forward from Wichita Falls, a transfer from South Carolina State, Jasmine Williams. Wearing number 12, 5'7", sophomore guard from Portales, New Mexico, Zamoria Cox. Wearing number 15, 5'6", redshirt sophomore, guard from Spring Branch, Texas, Jenna Melbreck. Wearing number 23, 5'6", junior guard from Lubbock, Texas, and South Plains College, Chelsea Hunter. And wearing number 24, 6'4", senior center from Kismet Falls, Oregon, transfer from Western Oregon University, Natalie DeLong. The Greyhounds are coached by Josh Brock, assisted by Damon Jennings and Michaela Connor. And they come in again at 10-3, 4-3 in the Lone Star Conference for the Falcons. Wearing number 1, 5'9", sophomore forward from Newton, Kansas, Jada Berry. Wearing number 15, 5'7", freshman guard from Denver City, Texas, Holly Hemmeline. Wearing number 25, 5'6", freshman guard from Las Vegas, Nevada, Rory Carter. Wearing number 41, 6'1", freshman pivot from Las Vegas, Nevada, Alexis Quadman. And wearing number 45, 5'8", graduate student. She's a guard from Little Rock, Arkansas, transfer from Delaware State, Yasmin Batch. Falcons coached by Ray Booth, assisted by Sam Brenner, Nicole Mitter, Crystal Reed, and Jesus Martinez. Falcons come in at 6-8, 3-5 in conference. They're on a bit of a losing streak right now, and are hoping certainly to get off of that. They've lost 4 in a row, 5 of the last 6, and a lot of that is just simply being undermanned. Falcons will be wearing their home whites. There will be orange letters and numbers, black trim with little best column tiger stripe designs on the shorts. Eastern New Mexico comes in. They're wearing gray with white numbers and letters and green trim. And they're on the floor first. They'll be going from left to right from the media table's vantage point. First half, they'll be scoring in front of the Falcon bench. Second half, the teams will be scoring in front of their own benches. And Rory Carter getting the last instructions from Coach Booth. Quadman will be taking the tip for the Falcons. Eastern New Mexico, however, wins with DeLong, the 6'4" from Oregon, winning the tip. And the Greyhounds have it. Swarming defense early on by the Falcons. Worked down to the baseline. Back up. Shot from three. It's going to be a long rebound, but it tipped into the hands of the Greyhounds, and they will reset. Down to the baseline, dribbling around, pass over the top. Almost a chance for a steal. Another three up. And fighting for it, Barry comes up with the loose ball up to Hemmeline. Carter taking over point guard duties. Over to Batch. Batch down on the baseline near corner. Into Hemmeline. She shoots. She misses. Quadman fighting hard for the rebound but can't get it. Up ahead to DeLong. Off the glass and good. And the Greyhounds with first blood in this ball game. Carter up to Barry. Barry into the corner to Hemmeline. Hemmeline dribbling it out. Up to Carter. To Barry on the wing. Into Hemmeline. Under 10 on the shot clock. This was a problem for the Falcons the other day. They worked down the shot clock every time. Shot is up. It's not going to be in time. Oh, and it was good. Just not cognizant of the shot clock, and as a consequence, it will be Greyhound ball, and Coach Booth is not happy with that. And we're going to have to check the shot clock. She did not get that shot off, but I appreciate the refs checking. We have a timeout on the floor. We're going to let the refs do their job. You are listening to Falcon Basketball on UTPB Radio. And they did confirm that it was a shot clock violation, so it will be Greyhound ball. Batch, Quadman, and Barry are all up. Not quite a full press, but putting a little bit of pressure on, make the Greyhounds difficult. Barry, a little bit of physicality there, driving, swatted by Quadman. She came from behind and just knocked that into a different zip code. It will be Greyhound ball. We're having some issues with the clocks, and they're having to reset something, although that certainly wasn't a shot, and they didn't call a foul. It was certainly a clean block. We'll see what they do. They're setting it to 19. That's a peculiar attempt to manage the game there for 1 second, but into the Greyhounds. Pivoting, defended tightly by Barry. And we have Falcon ball. Batch. Barry for three. Little too much. And the rebound into the Greyhounds. Dishes it back. Pass trying to get down low. Spin, shoot. The foul is going to be on Rory Carter. And that's one thing, Falcons just aren't in a position to be able to weather foul trouble. With such a thin bench as it is, they're going to have to be wary. The last game, Hemmeline got 2 fouls early on in the first quarter, and that really hit the tempo of the game. Shots up and drops. Three 0 for the Greyhounds. First free throw down. Second one coming. It's up. It's good. And it's a 4-0 lead for the Greyhounds. Pass up ahead to Hemmeline. Drives, scores, and one. That's on Malbreck. Block. Hemmeline will go to the line to shoot. Hemmeline misses the free throw. She's an 86% free throw shooter on the season, but misses that one. Ball stolen away. Hemmeline, nice handle on that. Back to Carter. 4-2. Greyhounds with the early lead. Carter switches up to Stallworth, who just came into the game. Hemmeline back to Carter. Under 10 on the shot clock again. Stallworth, Hemmeline shoots. She misses. Rebound for the Greyhounds. Just rattled out, and the Falcons finding themselves a little bit of a lid on the basket early on. Shot is up. It is good. Three-pointer. It's a 7-2 lead. Hemmeline up to Barry. Barry shoots from three. It's up. It's no good. Rebound for Cox. Cox up ahead. Jumping the route was Carter. Disrupted that pass. Coming in for Stallworth is Batch. It will be Falcon ball. Hemmeline into Carter. Carter jogging it up. Coach Booth wants him to push the tempo a little bit. Barry to Batch. Batch up and into Hemmeline. Hemmeline over to Carter. Carter dribbles, cuts across the top of the key. Thinks about three, and she pulls the trigger. Can't get it to go. Hemmeline with the rebound. Up and good. 7-4. Both baskets by the Falcons come from Hemmeline. And once again, Falcons with started 3 freshmen, a sophomore, and a graduate student. That foul was on Barry. Her first, team second. To the wing. Ball swatted out by Hemmeline. Will be Greyhound ball. Rowe on the inbounds. The ball stolen away. Batch up to Carter. Carter to Hemmeline. Hemmeline off the glass and good. Another and one. Fouls on number 12, Zamori Cox. Hemmeline responsible for all 6 points. 86% free throw shooter on the season. She missed the first. You can't expect her to miss too many more today. It's up, it's good. And the Falcons have tied it up 7-7. Shot is up. It's going to be no good. Quadman fighting for the rebound. Barry in the game, not showing much sign of the ankle injury. Batch for three. It's up. It's no good. Quadman fighting for it, but can't come up with it. And once again, Eastern New Mexico in transition after the rebound. Into the corner. Shots up. It drops. And it is 10-7. Greyhounds take the lead back. Hemmeline gets it into Thomas. Thomas dribbling, pulls it out to Hemmeline. Hemmeline has it knocked away. And that foul will likely be on Batch. It is. We have a timeout here on the floor. 10-7, Greyhounds with the early lead. You're listening to Falcon Basketball on UTPB Radio. And we're back, leading all scorers on the game. Holly Hemmeline, who has all 7 of the Falcons' points. Falcons shooting 30% from the floor, but haven't made a three-pointer yet. They're 0 for 4. Surrounded. Manages to get the pass out. Falcons doing a nice job swarming on defense. Pass goes out of bounds, and you can credit the defending for that. Wonderful job by the Falcons defense. You know Coach Booth is going to be happy with that. Carter into Rogers. Rogers really showing no ill effects from the ankle injury. She does have her knee and quad taped up. Carter. Hemmeline to Carter, under 10 on the shot clock, to Quadman. Quadman spins, dishes out. There's going to be a foul. That's on number 24, Natalie DeLong. Certainly none of the depth issues. There's a big roster for this Eastern New Mexico team. They can afford to weather fouls in a way that the Falcons simply cannot. Rory Carter took a jab step and stepped inbounds, and that's a no-no. Called her for 5 seconds, I guess. She did something wrong anyways. Ball passed across. Ooh, boy. Quadman with the foul. That's the other thing the Falcons can't afford is some nitpicking refereeing. Cross up top, down to the near corner. Back to the wing, dribbles to her left. Shots up. Barry can't quite get there. Driving baseline up and off the glass. And that's good by Jasmine Williams. Transfer from South Carolina State. She's from Wichita Falls. the Falcons who dressed today, there are only 3 Texans. Coach Booth recruiting from everywhere. Las Vegas, Kansas. No. Shots up for 3. It's no good. Quadman skies for the rebound. Quadman doing a nice job down low, given that she's outmatched both in height and bulk down low, but she's doing a nice job fighting her way through. Ball swatted away, but Rogers comes up with a loose ball. 10 on the shot clock and counting. Carter drives, shoots, scores, and the Falcons will close it to within 3, 12-9. Pass across, crosses half court. Quick hands by Hemline. Nice job on the steal, dishing it over to Barry. She gets rewarded with the pass back and the basket. Hemline, 9 points. Feeling it early on, is the leading scorer for the Falcons. Lauren Stallworth will be coming into the game for the Falcons. She wears the sport goggles. And we have Carter, Hemline, Stallworth, Batch, and Rogers on the floor for the Falcons. At the line, shooting is Melbreck. That's her second of the game, so we're going to have to keep a watch out for that. Melbeck misses the first. It is 12-11. Coming in to replace the shooter will be Camera Decker, sophomore from Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Shots up. She makes the second. It is 13-11, 2-point lead for the Greyhounds. Oh, she didn't come in for the shooter, actually. She took the place of DeLong instead, so kind of replacing size with size. Decker, 6'2", is a sophomore. Rogers loses the hand on it, but gets the ball back. Carter down to Hemline. Hemline dribbles in traffic, has the ball stolen away. And it's Batch or Thomas going to come in for the Falcons. Hold on Batch, that's her second. They're going to have to check who that foul's on. The Falcons need to be very mindful with only 8 out there. They're going to check on that. We'll take the break. You're listening to Falcon Basketball on UTPB Radio. That foul was on Lauren Stallworth. First free throw is up, and it's good by Decker. Second free throw coming. It's up. She misses. Batch with the rebound. Dishes it off to Rogers. Rogers up ahead to Carter. Back to Rogers. Rogers dribbling to her left. Shot is up. It is good. Three-pointer, and we are tied at 14. The long distance shot by Rory Carter. And the Falcons doing a nice job so far, playing a really good game. Oh, there were steps there. She could have been called for a travel. Dishes it over. Shots up. It's no good. Rogers with the rebound. Falcons pushing the tempo. Oh, Rogers gets tripped. And she's grabbing her ankle, but she's getting up. She's hobbled. Foul is going to be on Kamira Decker. And it will be Falcon ball. Batch up top to Carter. Carter in between to Quadman. Quadman gets blocked but also fouled. Not sure who that was on, what that was. Into Carter. Carter dribbles it out. Working off the Quadman screen. Shot gets blocked. Shots up. It's no good. And it's going to be the other way. Offensive foul. Oh no, they're changing the call. They're going to... I'm not sure who it's on. The refs are discussing with Coach Booth. They're going to go check. They've gone to the monitor a few times. I guess that's why you have the technology to do it, but it has slowed down the pace of this game. 4.9 seconds to go in the first quarter. We'll take the break here. Actually, looks like they've got it. So it looks like it's going to be on Batch. And it is. That's her second. All the more important that they took away. All right, it's a blocking foul. And it's called. They confirmed it. 4.9 seconds. It's going to put back to the free throw line Gianna Malbreck. It's up. Back rim. And a little karma coming back for the Falcons on the missed free throw. Second one coming. It's up. That one is good. 4.9 seconds. See if the Falcons can get a shot off. Thomas up with the shot. That looked good. That was no desperation heave. That had a legitimate shot. And at the end of one, 15 for the Greyhounds to 14 for the Falcons. You're listening to Falcon Basketball on UTPB Radio. Coach Booth doing some good teaching at that timeout. Coaches have so many approaches to timeouts. There are times when they're yelling, there are times when they're scolding, there are times when they're teaching, and that was absolutely a teaching timeout for Coach Booth. Pass over to Hemmeline. Hemmeline to Batch. Batch throws it up, hoping for a whistle, I think. Shot is up. Too much. Rebound, however, up and off the glass. I believe that is Williams. Carter up ahead to Batch. Batch hands it to Hemmeline. Hemmeline to Carter. Carter pulls it back. Over to Barry. Barry to Carter. She thinks long and hard about the 25-footer. Trying to find space. Tries to dish it under. Foul is on 35. That's Decker, her second. New shot clock, 20 seconds. Three is up and it's good. And it's tied again, this time at 17. Carter feeling it a little bit. Pass across the floor. Three-pointer up. Hemmeline with the rebound. Up and under for Hemmeline. Can't get it to go. Ooh. Some contact, no whistle. Dish up. Three-pointer up. It's no good, but the rebound is DeLong. Miss, but another rebound. Offensive board. Fouls on Quadman, number 41 for the Falcons. No, 41, Quadman. Quadman with the foul. That's her second, first of the quarter. Shots up. Waiting for the second. Coach trying to buy a technical foul. I'm not sure what for. Carter to Hemmeline. Hemmeline for three. Oh, doesn't get to drop, but Barry with the rebound. That's not going to make it. That's a long three, but goes off. Barry comes up with a loose ball. She drives, shoots. Oh, and I thought there was a foul there, but instead it's a traveling violation. Coach Booth not pleased with that whistle. And we have a drive shot from the high block. No good. Crashing the boards is Quadman. Up to Carter, up to Barry. Barry, back to Carter. Carter dribbles to her right. Back to Barry. In the middle. Hemmeline short. Rebound to Carter. Falcons doing a nice job rebounding the last couple of sequences. Air ball up and under. And Hemmeline with the nice basket. Little reverse layup. And the pass to nowhere. And it will be Falcon ball. 19-19 Falcons with the possession and a chance to take the lead. Be their first lead of the game. Rogers at the point. She looks a little hobbled now. She was looking fine early on, but she's taking really stuttery steps. Thomas to Carter. Back out to Thomas. Over to Rogers. Rogers under 10 on the shot clock. Quadman. And there's going to be she's going to be shooting 2. Fouls on 34. Decker. That's her third. A couple of these officials are kind of indistinct when they're giving their hand signals. We've been having a hard time at the media table identifying who's fouling. But Quadman sinks her first. Quadman's only a 48% free throw shooter, but she drops both of those. Eastern keeping the ball up top. And quick hands by the Falcons, but they do come up with it. That could be a jump ball. Possession is in the Greyhounds' favor, however. Nice job by the defense, though. Falcons doing a good job getting their hands in there, fighting, and that'll pay off. And next time, possession arrow will be in the Falcons' favor. Got to switch the possession arrow though now. And it will be Falcon ball. 21-19, Falcons with their first lead of the game. Rogers. Into the middle, driving baseline. Thomas can't get it to go. Rebound by DeLong. Eastern New Mexico with a really big lineup right now. DeLong and Laura Rowe. Laura Rowe's listed at 5'9". She's got to be taller than that. She's certainly got bulk. Tied at 21. Rogers stops and pops. Front rim. On the rebound is Williams. Cox. Wide open three. Misses. Rogers fights to the rebound, but DeLong's just too strong. She goes back, puts it away, and the Greyhounds have the lead again. Rogers and Carter playing a little game of catch. Rogers drives, stops, shoots, off the glass, and good. Rogers is definitely hobbling. 23-all. Ball stolen by Thomas. Nice job. Dish it up to Carter. Ahead to Emmeline. Too much to get to Batch. Nice defensive sequence by the Falcons, though. Doing a good job. 23-23. And we have a timeout on the floor. 4:25 to go in the second quarter. 23-23, Greyhounds and the Falcons knotted up. You're listening to Falcon Basketball on UTPB Radio. Himmeline, the leading scorer for the Falcons with 11. Jasmine Williams has 10, leading the way for Eastern New Mexico. Quadman has 4 rebounds to lead the Falcons. 2 players with 4, Williams and DeLong for Eastern New Mexico. Zamori Cox has 3 assists for the Greyhounds. Bounce pass, nice on the backdoor cut. Carter up top. And a Himmeline near corner. Quadman to Batch. Himmeline for 3. She drops it. And the Falcons take the lead again. 26-25 on the Holly Himmeline 3-pointer. Cox. DeLong. Stops from the free throw line, shoots, scores, and trading leads. Now the Greyhounds up by 1, 27-26. And fouls on DeLong. Her second. Quadman will be passing in for the Falcons near side baseline. Gets it into Thomas, to Rogers. Back to Thomas for 3. He's going to be short. Quadman fighting for the rebound. It's going to be tipped out. Should be Falcon ball. 13 on the shot clock, 3:02 on the game clock. Falcons trailing 27-26. Rogers, near side baseline, passing in. We have the officials conferring. 20 on the shot clock. Fixed it. Rogers. Going to take 5 seconds if she's not careful. Quadman up, but going to be called for the charge. That's her third. That's dangerous territory. Cox being fronted by Carter. Carter switches over. She's being very active on defense. It would be a great time for a stop here. 10 on the shot clock, ball tipped out. Ooh, courageous call by the official right in front of the Falcon bench. Being yelled at by everybody in black and orange. Cox for 3, rattles out. Rebound to Eastern New Mexico. And the pass to nowhere. And it will be Falcon ball. 2:31 to go in the half. Chance of the Falcons to take the lead again. They trail 27-26. Carter at the point for the Falcons. Oh, Thomas with a nice save for the Falcons when Rogers didn't see the pass coming. For three, off the glass, no good by Hemmeline with the rebound. Fouls on number 12, Zamori Cox, her second. Oh. In Rogers, the 5-second violation. That's the third time the Falcons have had difficulty getting the ball in within 5, and twice they got called for the violation. Once they could have, but it barely got it in. 27-26, Greyhounds with the lead. 2 minutes to go in the half. Fighting for the rebound, Rogers, smallest player on the floor, comes up with the loose ball. Rogers and a double dribble or traveling violation. Sorry, travel called. Dish over. Down to the baseline, shots up. It's no good. Hemmeline fights and gets the rebound. Up ahead to Carter. Carter cutting across, gets it to Barry. Barely gets a hold of it. Rogers. Over to Rogers. Rogers drives. Pulls it back. Barry shoots, can't get it to go. 27-26 still. 111 and counting as Eastern New Mexico has possession. 3-point game now, 29-26. Carter to Rogers to Barry. Hemmeline. Shot is up for three, and it's good. It's a tie ball game, 29-29. Rory Carter, dangerous from three. Pass up ahead. Air ball, but Eastern New Mexico gets the rebound and the 2-point conversion. Rogers up to Carter. 24 seconds and counting. Shot clock off. Falcons get the last shot of the half. Go in tied or with the lead if they can convert. And the ball is knocked away. Dangerous pass. Falcons lucky to emerge with the inbounds possession. Hemmeline. We're passing it into Rogers. Rogers taking over point duties. There are 4 Falcons on the floor who can play the point. Under 6 in the shot clock. Rogers drives. Can't get it to go, but that is a foul on Cox. Rogers. .59% on the season. She makes the first. It's a 1-point ball game, 31-30. We have a substitution for the Falcons. Rogers' second free throw. Ties it up. 31-31. Falcons have played a heck of a half of basketball against what would have been a heavily favored Eastern New Mexico team that came in at 10-3 overall with a winning record of 4-3 in conference. Oh, and they're going to get that shot off. It's no good, but that was nice ball movement by Eastern New Mexico. And we are going to go into the half knotted at 31. Great half of basketball for the Falcons, and we will see how they come out of that. But you got to love everything you see there. 31-31. You're listening to Falcon Basketball on UTPB Radio. We're back, 31-31. Falcons played a nice half of basketball. They're going to be little chipped in the stars of the Falcons. You're going to have Barry, Hemmeline, Carter, and Batch as started the game, but then you're going to have Jordan Rogers in place of Alexis Quadman, who has 3 fouls. And they're going to need to find a way to moderate that. Leading the way for the Falcons, very impressive half by Holly Hemmeline. She led the team in minutes played, in field goals made and attempted, along with 2 of her teammates, the most free throws attempted. Led in offensive and defensive, led in offensive rebounds, led in total rebounds, leading points for the Falcons with 14. She has 5 rebounds, 14 points, and leads the Falcons with 2 assists. She also leads the way with 3 steals. So she's the engine that made things go. On the game, Falcons only shooting 33%, but they did shoot 43% from the 3-point line in the second quarter. And they're making 83% of their free throws. So they're doing a good job. Need to shoot a little bit better, perhaps. And again, the managing of depth. It does look like same 5 starters: Williams, Cox, Malbec, Hunter, and DeLong for the Greyhounds. And now the clock is set. Scoreboard's ready to go. Falcons on the floor, Greyhounds on the floor. Whistle blows, and we're off. Hemmeline into Carter. Carter to her right. They'll be scoring in front of the Falcons bench this half. To Batch inside. Can't get the short jump shot to drop. Eastern, the drive, dishes out to the near corner. 3-pointer up, it's too much. Carter up ahead to Holly Hemmeline. Hemmeline over to Barry. Barry for 3. It's going to be out of bounds on the Greyhounds. Thomas will be coming in for Barry. And clear as a bell. Coach Prock says pass the ball inside when you're on offense. Obviously, they're 5'6" or below. And Rogers with the runner in the lane gets the basket. Falcons with the lead, 33-31. They only had the lead for 1:21 in that first half. Falcons jumping in front. Rogers up ahead. Stops and shoots. Can't get it to go, but she's hopping around. She's showing a lot of courage for playing basically on one leg. Shot is up. Rebound, Eastern New Mexico. Cox stops and shoots after working her way in from the 3-point line. She's on the high block. Hemmeline to Rogers. Rogers to Barry. Barry to Carter. Carter off the glass. Thomas can't get it to go. Did everything right. Everything right but the basket. Stallworth in for the Falcons. We have Eastern New Mexico working the ball around down the baseline, off the glass, and good. Carter to Barry. Barry Over to Hemline. Hemline in the middle to Thomas. Thomas dishes it out. Now down low. Stallworth. And either Stallworth or Hemline stepped out of bounds, and it will be Eastern New Mexico ball. Greyhounds with a 2-point lead, 35-33. Falcons putting on light pressure. Oh, almost a steal. Batch. And the foul is on the Greyhounds. Amori Cox. That's her third. Falcon ball. Hemline. Falcons in motion. Hemline to Carter. Carter drives, pulls back. Over to Thomas. Thomas drives baseline. Bounced it down to Batch. Batch going to the floor. Fighting for it. Batch comes away with it, but it will be Greyhound ball. In front of the Falcon bench. Waiting for the whistle inbounds. And it goes. Didn't whistle, but fronted by Barry. Cox passes away. Three-pointer. Natalie Stice with the basket, and it's a 5-point lead for the Greyhounds, 38-35. Dangerous territory for UTPB. They want to close this gap. Rogers into Carter. Carter back to Rogers. And back to Carter again. Over to Hemline. Hemline in the middle to Quadman, who's back in the game for the Falcons. Quadman tries to go under, can't get it to drop. Pass across the floor. Ball to the floor, but basket converted by Decker. And it's a 7-point lead for the Greyhounds. This is the biggest lead of the game for either team. 40-33. Greyhounds with the lead. 6 minutes to go in the third period. Falcons down 7. You're listening to Falcon Basketball on UTPB Radio. So Eastern New Mexico has started the third quarter 9-2. Falcons only basket 3 minutes 15 seconds ago when Rogers got the only basket the Falcons have. Carter with the ball. Rogers into Quadman. Quadman over to Barry. Falcons lose possession. Rogers gets the loose ball on the floor, though. Over to Carter. Carter can't get the three to go, but Hemline with the rebound to Rogers. To Barry with the basket. And that stops the bleeding a little bit for the Falcons. And ball passed out of bounds. It will be Falcon ball. A chance to get a little bit of momentum for the Falcons, who struggled so far in this third quarter. Rogers to Barry. Barry into Carter. Carter to Hemline. Hemline trying to pass it down low. Fouls on Jasmine Williams. That's her first. Team second of the quarter. Barry. Rogers for three. Quadman with the rebound and the putback. Great job by the Falcons on that. Back to a three-point ball game, 40-37. Greyhounds with the lead, but Falcons on the charge. Ball tipped away. Great hands by the Falcons, doing a nice job on defense. Fouls on Barry. It's her third. That'll be three for her, and we'll go into the media timeout. 4:29, Falcons trailing by 3, 40-37. You're listening to Falcon Basketball on UTPB Radio. We're back, Eastern New Mexico ball. Working the ball across, back up top. Barry with 3 fouls, still playing pretty tight defense. Three-pointer up, oh, and good, long distance for Zamoya Cox. She's from Portales, so she's a local for Eastern New Mexico. Falcons trailing 6. Hemline for 3. It's up. It's good. And the Falcons' leading scorer pushes it out to 17. Three-point game. Ball swatted away by Quadman. Nice job. Falcons doing a great job on defense. Hemline into Quadman. Booth wanting a foul. Will be Falcon possession. Carter. Falcons, once again, difficulty on the inbounds. They throw it out of bounds. Missed opportunity for the Falcons. But that's consistently been a problem, getting that inbounds pass in. That was the fourth time they pushed that 5-second mark, twice being called to the violation. And that time being forced into a bad pass. Working down low, off the glass, no good. Stallworth comes out with the rebound. Up ahead to Hemmeline. Hemmeline drives, shoots, scores, but after, not going to get the continuation. And that's her fourth foul. She comes out. Again, Falcons, difficult time getting the ball in. They do get into Quadman, and she loses the ball out of bounds. Foul's on 24. Riley DeLong. That's her. Coach Prock whining to the officials. Believes that history is destiny, apparently, because he says the Falcons lead the league in fouls and wonders why we're not getting more. A fairly silly argument, but he's making it. And it'll put Quadman to the line. She drops it. 2-point game, 43-41. Ball in. Ball tipped out by Quadman, but saved by Eastern New Mexico. High shot, but the putback is good by Williams. Rogers stops and shoots. It's short. Falcons come up with a rebound, though, but there's going to be a travel called. I think Rogers out and Batch in. Fouls on Barry. That's going to be her fourth. Falcons trapping in the corner. They do get the ball out. Eastern New Mexico surrounded. Stallworth, nice defense. And fouls on Batch. That's her third. Falcons have Barry with 4, Quadman with 3, Batch with 3. Rogers fighting for the ball. And that foul is on Jasmine Williams. (45-41). Rogers at the line. Rogers a 59% free throw shooter on the season. Makes that one. No good on the second. 3-point lead for Eastern New Mexico. Shot is up swatted by Quadman, but I think and that foul's on Rogers. Well, that's at least good in as much as that's her first. Cox, they're checking. She does have 4 fouls. She had 1 in the first, 1 in the second, has had 2 in this quarter. They were going to sub her in, but they decided to take her out. Coach Potch now arguing against simple fundamental reality. But at the free throw line, 45-42. Second one coming. It's up, it's good. Yep. 45 for the Falcons after the basket. Falcons with the loose ball. Hemmeline. Crossway to Carter. Carter for 3. It's good. And the Falcons take the lead. 48-46 on the Rory Carter three-pointer. Falcons fought back from a 7-point deficit to take the lead. Ball swatted away. Quadman comes up with it. Rogers driving. Carter for 3. Another one goes. 51-46. Big 5-point lead, and the Falcons are excited. And the gym is getting loud. Falcons up 5. 1:01 to go here in the third quarter. Outstanding comeback by the Falcons. They're fighting hard, and I can tell you, Coach Sam Brenner is excited. Huge performance by the Falcons here in the third quarter. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Falcon Basketball on UTPB Radio. we're still trying to figure out whether 12 Zamoya Cox has 3 fouls or 4 fouls. Everybody at the scorer's table and everybody on the Falcon bench has her as having 4. Coach Potch is insisting that she was called for a foul when it should have been a shot clock issue, but in fact that would have been 5 for her. So we'll be back when we know conclusively what's going on here. Never has so much been expended for such little stakes, and we're waiting and we'll see. You're listening to Falcon Basketball on UTPB Radio. And they confirmed what we all knew, which is that she had 4 fouls. Wonder what this does to the Falcons' momentum. Rogers playing tight defense. Carter and Rogers up. Eastern New Mexico gets it over the half-court line. I think Stallworth's going to get called. It is. Stallworth called for holding in the post. And there's still 52.4 seconds left in the third quarter. We have Falcons beginning to add up fouls. Jada Berry with 4. Rogers has 1, Stallworth has 2, Carter has 1, Quadman has 3, Batch has 3. It's up, it's good. And it's a 3-point lead for the Falcons. Thomas comes in for Stallworth. Rogers. Carter to Hemline. Back up to Carter. Over to Rogers. To Hemline. Down low to Thomas. Oh, Thomas going to get called for a travel. Rogers throws up a 3, but way after the whistle. It did go in. Eastern New Mexico with possession. About 3.5 seconds separating shot clock and game clock. Good defense by the Falcons. Thomas with the loose ball. Fouls on Chelsea Hunter. And it will be Falcon ball, and that'll send Thomas to the line. Thomas, 50% on the season from free throw line. Misses the first. The back end of the 2 free throws coming. 51-48, Falcons with the lead, 13.6 seconds to go. Second one's up, it's no good. Ball's on the floor. It will be Falcon possession after the jump ball called. Hemline fouls on Decker. It's her fourth, third of the period. Rogers to the line. Rogers 59% on the season. Misses the first. Falcons a little bit of a run of missing free throws now. Second one coming. It's up. It's no good, but Rogers going to come up with a rebound. And there's going to be a charge called on Rogers. She's slow getting up. Boy, she's tough. Oh, and that is going to be called a block. Referees confer. Good break for the Falcons. Second opportunity. And she misses. That's 3 in a row that she's missed. Might be 4 in a row going back to the last period. Falcons up 3. Drops that one. 52-48, 7.6 seconds. Way too high. And they're going to be 2.5 seconds. Falcons are going to get a chance. Maybe you can get it up in the hands maybe of Hemline or Carter. And it's up. Oh, that was a lot closer than you might have thought, beyond the half-court line, and the Falcons will go into the fourth quarter, 52-48 in the lead. You are listening to Falcon Basketball on UTPB Radio. And we're back. Barry and Cox are on one another, and they both have 4 fouls, so working around the perimeter. Falcons doing a nice job. Ball tipped out, but into the hands of the Greyhound player. Working baseline underneath. Three-pointer up. It's not going to be good. But the rebound and the putback misses. Carter with the rebound. Up to Batch. Batch to Barry. Barry to Quadman down low. Oh, pass too high for Carter. And it will be Greyhound possession. Falcons sitting on a 4-point lead. Greyhounds working around the top, on the wing. Back to Cox. Cox for 3. Long 3 misses. Quadman fighting for the rebound, comes down with it. Dishes it out to Himline. Himline to Barry. Barry for 3. Short. Falcons fighting for the rebound. It's going to be Greyhound ball. Out on Batch. Batch up to defend Cox. Otherwise, Falcons back in the half-court defense. Cox. Shot up, off the glass, no good. Rebound. Oh, she gets swatted, but she also gets fouled. That's her 4th. But, hey, if you're going to get a 4th foul, you may as well make it worth it. And she certainly did. My guess is that DeLong will be thinking about that one. And it rattles out. Second one coming. Falcons maintaining the 4-point lead. 52-48. Shot is up. She misses both. Rogers with the rebound. Up ahead to Carter. Too much. Coach Booth asking him to play a little smarter. Still a 4-point lead. It's been sitting at this for a little while. Greyhounds with possession again after the Falcon turnover. Falcons did so much right on defense. Got the ball and then threw the ball out of bounds. DeLong off the glass on the rebound. Falcons up 2, 52-50. Rogers to Batch. Back to Rogers. In the middle to Hemline. Hemline dishes it out. Carter for 3. Oh, no good. And Eastern with a chance to tie or take the lead. Ball stolen by Rogers. Falcons doing a nice job fighting for possession. Quadman in. Stallworth out. Batch out. So in for the Falcons. Rogers, Carter, Hemline, Barry, and Quadman. Barry in the middle, gets it tipped. Quadman with the putback after the rebound, and the Falcons back up by 4. And Cox playing precariously close to that backcourt line. Falcons swarming on defense. And the jumper is good. That's Hunter. Hemmeline for three. It's up. It's good. And the Falcons are up 5. Timeout on the floor. 6:48. Falcons with a 57-52 lead. You're listening to Falcon Basketball on UTPB Radio. (57-52), 6:48 to go in regulation. Greyhound ball. Falcon lead. Working the ball around the perimeter, getting to the baseline. There's going to be a foul on Rogers. That's her second. Batch coming out. Quadman and Barry, again, are both sitting on 4 fouls. Cox stops and pops. Shots up, it's good. 3-point lead. Hemmeline dishes it out to Carter. Carter shot is up. It's no good. Rebound. Cox. Barry went for the jump, but then pulled her hands out. She knows she can't afford that 5th foul. And we're back to a 1-point game. This one is going to go down to whoever has the ball last. Hemmeline. Pass it down to Quadman. Quadman will go to the line to shoot. Foul is on for Natalie Stice. It's her first. Quadman, 49% from the line on the season. The lefty misses the first. Falcons really having trouble from the free throw line today, only shooting 50%, giving away a lot of potential points. Gets the second, and the Falcons back up by 2. Cross half court. Stops, dishes to her left. Back up top. Oh, Batch almost with the steal. Cox shoots. It's short, but the rebound. Missed, but there's going to be a foul That's going to be called on 25. That's on Carter. Just 5:07 to go. Falcons up 58-56. However, going to the line to shoot two is Williams. Williams makes 68%, and she drops the first. Williams' opportunity to tie it up. It's up. It's good. It's a tie ball game. 58-58. Falcons moving the ball up the court. Carter. Hemline drives. Throws it to Quadman. Too much. And now Eastern New Mexico with a chance to take a lead. Pass to the corner, stops at the baseline, shoots, misses. Ball swatted by Quadman, but Cox is there to clean up. And offensive rebounding by Williams is the difference. And now the Greyhounds back in the lead. Carter. Rogers stops and shoots. She drops it. She ties it up at 60. We're approaching 4 minutes in regulation, and there is no guarantee. Ball stolen. Oh, and can't get it. Such great effort by Yasmin Batch. And that play sort of characteristic of what has kept the Falcons going in this game. So much great effort. So much hustle. So much willingness to sacrifice the body, and the Falcons just doing everything they can to take this game against the heavily favored Eastern New Mexico team. Will be Eastern's ball. Jada Berry everywhere on defense. Rebound for DeLong. Ooh, could have been a travel there. Another ball tipped out. And Rogers takes a shot across the face, but I think she's going to be called for the foul, unfortunately, and she is. That's 3 for her. Foul situation of the Falcons is Barry with 4, Rogers with 3, Stallworth with 1, Carter with 2, Quadman with 4, Batch with 1, Hemline with 0. Quadman comes up with it. And we're going to have a foul called. She's on the verge of getting a T. Stice is second of the quarter. They're going to take a look at it, see if there is a push. The Stice was pretty incredulous. We're going to take the break. Falcons and Greyhounds knotted up at 60. We'll be back. You're listening to Falcon Basketball on UTPB Radio. It will be Falcon ball after the Stice foul. We are tied at 60. Rogers will be passing the ball into Carter. Come line for three. She drops it. Huge three-pointer by Holly Hemmeline. And she has 26 points on the ball game. And the Falcons defense once again stepping up big, and that'll be a Greyhound ball, but just a swarming defense. Fantastic job by the Falcons D. 30-second timeout. They're going to look at it. We'll see. And they're checking if they got the sub. Coach Booth is animated. Falcons up 63-60. 2:59. We have a 30-second timeout on the floor. We'll take that quickly. You are looking at 63-60, yeah, so it's 2:59. Coach is confused about the score, but everything's set for what should be an epic finish. You're listening to Falcon Basketball on UTPB Radio. Eastern New Mexico with the ball. They trail by 3. Pass up top. Falcons challenging every pass, making it really difficult. Driving, shooting, no good. Falcons there for the rebound. Batch up to Carter. Carter crosses half court to Rogers. Rogers to Himmeline. Carter dribbling backward over to Batch. Batch to Quadman. 7 on the shot clock. 3 seconds on the clock. It's up. Oh, she sinks the 3. No time left on the shot clock. She didn't even look like she was aware. Then she realized she had to shoot. Puts up a 3. 66-60. 2 minutes to go. Falcons leading by 6. Have managed to elude fouling out. Fighting for the rebound is Rogers. It will be Greyhound ball. All right, so the Falcons going to go to a man defense. And the officials are going to look at it. We are looking at a Falcon 6-point lead, 66-60, 1:49 to go. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to Falcon Basketball on UTPB Radio. Eastern New Mexico with a shot. Falcons can't grab the rebound. Quadman. Falcons once again can't, but the ball's on the ground. Oh boy, there's a huge call by the officials. It's going to be Falcon ball. And they're going to put a press on. Eastern New Mexico gets it into Carter. Carter to Rogers. Rogers dribbles behind her back. Gets it up to Carter. Elude a really tough press. Minute 20. Going to be a foul. Foul on Chelsea Hunter. Falcons getting the ball in. Rogers drives, shoots down low. Quadman off the glass and good. Falcons with their biggest lead of the game, up by 8. Long shot. Quadman fighting for the rebound. She gets it. Under a minute to go. Jada Berry drives off the glass, no good. Quadman with the rebound. Falcons doing a great job on rebounding. Oh, Jada Berry can't get her shot to drop. Falcons up 8, 46.7 seconds to go. This would be a defining program win in the Booth years. That's on Jada Berry. That's her 5th. She fouls out. She's a defensive spark plug for the Falcons. Just had a little bit of bad luck there. DeLong. Up front rim, she misses. 68-60, 46.7 seconds to go. Back end of 2 free throws for DeLong. Up, she makes the second. Falcons with a 7-point lead. Timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout. Falcons 68, Greyhound 61. You're listening to Falcon Basketball on UTPB Radio. We're back. Eastern New Mexico going to put on full court press. And ball stolen. Falcons can't afford to give up possessions like that. And the rebound for Eastern New Mexico. Emmeline can't pick it up. Oh, goodness. 34.3 seconds to go. It will be Eastern New Mexico ball, 34.3 seconds to go. If you're a Falcons fan, this feels like the clock's moving slowly. If you're Eastern New Mexico, it feels like it's accelerated. Bounce pass in, barely. There's going to be a foul on Rogers. That's her 4th. First one's up and good. 6-point ball game. Front rim, Quadman with a huge rebound. And the Falcons with a timeout. Outstanding performance by the Falcon women. Absolutely outstanding. 30-second timeout, 28.2 seconds to go. 68-62, Falcons with the lead. You're listening to Falcon Basketball on UTPB Radio. Falcon ball, Hemline passing in between the Falcon bench and the media table. Gets it into Carter. Carter dribbles out. Over to Rogers. Rogers just holds it. Waits to get fouled, and she does. That should be on 23. And it is. Into Carter again. Carter gets pushed by Stiles. Or Stice. .4 seconds to go. Falcons 68-62. Carter going to the line. Carter is a 65% free throw shooter. She makes this, she makes it a 3-possession ball game. It's up and good. Going to have to score quickly. Across the floor. They're taking their time. It gets swatted. They're going to call the foul, but boy, that looks like awfully good defense. That's on 10. Good foul, though. And that's Jordan Rogers. That's her 5th. She's out, but nice defensive effort. 8 seconds to go, 7-point lead. They are sending, however, Malbrecht to the line. Gets the first, 69-63. Second one's up, and it's good. Rebound on the ground. Hemline gets it. 4.8 seconds. Fouls on Hunter. Booth. Coach Booth encouraging them to play to the very end. She's saying this is not done. 6-point game. Hemline at the line had a fantastic ball game. Absolutely fantastic ball game. She scored 27. She makes them both. Shots up, that's the game. What a performance. What an outstanding performance by the Falcons. And, man, that sets the table. Just a wonderful job. 8 players, a lot of foul trouble, shooting sometimes inconsistent. Just feels like a huge, huge win for the Falcons. And we have Coach Booth coming. The other day she wasn't in the mood to talk. Outstanding. Coach, outstanding performance. Really feels like kind of a program-defining victory.
I mean, this group has worked so hard with all the injuries and adversity that we've been through, so it's great to see that we've grown. And our freshmen have a lot more confidence, and so we really needed a win. And hopefully we have a lot more people healthy next week.
defense. I mean, there were times when shooting was a difficulty, you had foul trouble, but your defense just continuously swarmed and fought hard.
Well, we struggle to make baskets, so we know that we have to get stops. And that's one area the last 4 games we didn't do. So we really harped on that since the WT loss, and I think we did a great job.
Yeah, huge win. Congratulations. Go enjoy it.
Thank you.
That was Coach Booth. Outstanding performance by the Falcons. Just a wonderful win. Really does feel like maybe the biggest win of the Booth era coaching for the Falcons. And so many players stepped up. When you only have 8 to go to, everybody's got to contribute. Holly Hemmeline, what can you say about her? 28 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. She had 4 steals. She did a little bit of everything and was just the spark for this team. She went 10 of 15 from the field, but 5 of 6 for 3. Meanwhile, Alexis Quadman with 13 rebounds, 8 on defense, 5 on offense. She added 10 points. Just a really gutsy game by a player who, frankly, was outsized every time she went down in the block. DeLong is just 3 inches taller and probably 50 pounds heavier. And Quadman just showed so much heart to lead all rebounders. Jasmine Williams had 12 for Eastern New Mexico. Wonderful performance. 23 points for Jasmine Williams as well. So she had quite the double-double, but it just wasn't enough. The Falcons played hard. They worked hard. Everybody played at least just under 9 minutes for Lauren Stallworth. You had some, for example, Holly Hemmeline played 39 minutes, 15 seconds. Unbelievable performance by the Falcons, and this is one they can really enjoy. In about 24 minutes, the men's game will tip off. That was a heck of a prelude, and I suspect that the men are going to want to match it. You've been listening to Falcon Basketball on UTPB Radio.